Hi guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, kindly subscribe so that you get notified whenever I post new videos. I want to talk to those girls, those ladies planning to come to the Middle East, and those ones that their friends are planning to come and their relatives, okay? If you know someone who is planning to come here, please tell them to do a background check on the agency that is going to bring them here. They should not just pick any agency. Agency matters a lot. It's very important. Some agencies have very bad reputations. They don't follow up on their clients. Like the moment you bought that plane, your business and them is finished. It's now you, your boss, and your God. If you get mistreated and you conduct that agency, sometimes you'll get blocked. Maybe your salary is being delayed or you're not being paid. Some girls have worked here for 2 to 3 months without salary, and they try to contact their agency back in their home country and they don't respond to the calls. Sometimes they get blocked. You don't want to become an illegal immigrant, because if something like that happens, you'll be forced to become an illegal immigrant because you cannot work for free. Okay, maybe you're being mistreated and your agency is supposed to rescue you. They're supposed to make a follow-up. They're supposed maybe to conduct the agency here. They have 2 branches, the one in your country and the one in the Middle East. Okay, they are supposed to cooperate. If you are having any problems, you are supposed to conduct your agency. So your agency will conduct the agency here in the Middle East. They're supposed to call your boss to tell him to take you back to the office, so maybe you can change the house. Okay, maybe you're not getting along. If you came with bad agency, they will not even respond to that call. You'll be forced to become an illegal immigrant because now you are alone. Nobody is responsible for you. Okay, do a background check on agencies. It's very important. Ask those girls who are here in the Middle East. They have history of good agencies that do follow up for their clients, and they have also history of bad agencies that have bad reputations. They know. Ask them. Join Facebook. Join those Facebook groups. You will find the girls working here. Ask them. They know. They will tell you the good agencies and the bad agencies. Don't just choose any agency. You will regret. Okay? Another thing, some agencies, you see, when you're starting that process, before you go to school, before you do the medication, before you process your papers, there is a paper you will sign. It has a particular salary. So you are starting with a certain amount in your head that I'm going to get this amount of salary. Some agencies will lie to you, okay? And they will not give you original documents. They will only give you that document at the airport when they have already signed themselves, okay? It happened to my friend. Okay, the salary that was written in initial document was 1,000. At the airport, when they are being given their contract, it's written 850. You have already made up your mind. You have already planned everything. You are at the airport. You cannot go back. So it's good at least you do a background check on the agency that will bring you here. It's very, 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 very important. Another thing, don't come here with a mentality of working for 2 weeks or 6 months or 1 year, then go back to your country. Even if things fall apart, just know that you will work here for 2 years before you go back to your country. The only thing that can help you is that if you find a bad boss and you came with a good agency that does follow up to their clients, you will conduct them. They will conduct their agency here in the Middle East. Then that agency will tell your boss to take you back to the office so that you can change the house. Okay, you can go and work for another person, but you cannot go back to your country. If you try and go and tell them that you want to go back to your country, maybe you have worked for 1 year, they will some girls have been whipped, by the way. Some girls have been whipped here because they are crying, they want to go back to their country, and they have not finished that contract. That contract of housemaids, it's a fixed contract of 2 years. You cannot back off. You have to finish those 2 years. Maybe after 2 years, you can negotiate with your boss if you want to renew or if you want to go back to your country. Okay? You have been bought to work for 2 years, so you cannot terminate that contract. Put in mind that even if you are here in the Middle East and your relative dies, you will not go back to your country. You will not go to bury them. You will not be allowed to go, even to attend that burial. They will bury while you are here. Ask the girls working here, they will tell you the truth. Even if it's your mother who died, you will not attend that funeral. Middle East countries are Muslim countries, so they don't believe in those things like you go and mourn, you go and cry. They don't believe in those things. Muslims, in most cases, when someone dies, you get buried that same day. So they don't believe in that mourning, taking people to mortuary, all those things in Africa, okay? So if maybe your son dies while you are here, the chances of you going back to your country to bury your child or your mom or your relative is just 1 out of 100. A drop in an ocean of your bosses will allow you to go. 99% of the girls that come here, even if anything happens before that 2 years elapse, you will not be allowed to go back to your country. So put that in your mind before you set up your mind of coming here, okay? Just come with the mindset that you will work for 2 years before you go back to your country. Because anything less than that is close to impossible, okay? You will be among 1 out of 1,000 people that have been allowed to go back to their country before elapsion of 2 years. Okay, so before you make up your mind, just think and know that if you come here, you're coming to work for 2 years. 2 years. Nothing can change that. You will work for 2 years before you go back to your country. If you don't get along with your boss, you will change the house, but you will not go back to your country until you finish 2 years. Okay? Thanks for watching. Follow for more advice.